Tom Cruise is cinema. Go see Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. This movie's badass. Oh my god. How? Just how? How does every movie in the franchise ever since Ghost Protocol just getting better and better? Just fucking how? Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie make gold together, man. This movie's gold. Now, pretty recently, I've been doing a Mission Impossible marathon to prepare myself for Dead Reckoning, and I'm so glad I did that. Such a nice refresher. Now, on to the movie. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil it. I don't do that stuff here. If I ever talk about spoilers, it's always in a separate video and also after everyone has gotten a chance to watch the movie. Now, let's get the obvious shit out of the way. Tom Cruise, Simon Pegg, and the guy who plays Luther, I forgot his name. But they're all great together. They're all still a team, and you love seeing them. Everyone's just used really great. Rebecca Ferguson is back as Elisa. She's awesome, too. And the White Widow is back. Everyone you know from Fallout is back in this movie, doing some new thing in some way, shape, and form. Now, the new characters. Haley Atwell's Grace character. At first, I thought, I was like, you're just a common thief. What are you doing here? You just got roped into something bigger because you were stealing something from the wrong person. But no, as the movie progresses, she really grows on you. And she's really, at her wit's end in this mission because she's, hearing all the stuff that Ethan and his team wants her to do. And she's like, this is impossible. And Ethan Hunt's like, lady, this is what we do here. This is just Monday for us. And Palm Clementive's character, she was fucking savage in this movie. At first you see her like a bodyguard assassin type, and she's completely psychotic when she's taking down all the people she needs to take down. She screams, she headbutts people, she don't care. Man, she has a samurai sword, it's insane. And she's borderline unhinged at some parts in the movie, damn. And the brand new villains in this movie. First, we got Gabriel. Gabriel is apparently an old villain from Ethan Hunt's past before the IMF. And I was lost at first because I was from his past. But I've seen all the movies and I remember seeing him in the movies. But this is before Mission Impossible 1. So they really take the time to tell you who that guy is and why Ethan Hunt has a grudge against him. And the Entity. The Entity is the scariest damn piece of machinery in the damn franchise. It's literally AI that became more and more sentient. First, it's the device that became sentient, and it knows everything. It knows everybody in the world, everyone's face, everyone's information, everyone's whereabouts. It's you can't trust anybody. There's one scene where Ethan Hunt's comms get intercepted by the Entity and starts throwing him on the wrong path, and he almost dies for it. The Entity is just insane. Can you imagine that shit? That's like Ultron in the damn Mission Impossible universe. Same idea. It sends its own goons too. Not like robots, but it does send its own agents after all the other good guys. Everything in this movie is nail-biting tension. This is part 1 of a 2-part epic. I need part 2 right now, especially how this movie ended. And every scene, man, is nail-biting. Nail-biting. I was at the edge of my seat at a bunch of scenes in this movie. The train segment alone, that's the best part of the movie, for sure. Even the airport segment in the beginning, that was loaded with tension, and I loved it. I really love what Christopher McQuarrie is doing with the Mission Impossible movies, because I thought the last movie was stressful, and this movie is just as stressful. Holy shit. And I'm damn, the next movie is going to be freaking crazy since that's the ending of this story. And this story, man, the story just gotten better. There is a MacGuffin in this story, but this is definitely the right way to use a MacGuffin in a story. Give it stakes, give it tension, give it perks, all that stuff, and you make it powerful to the story at hand. There's these 2 keys that Ethan Hunt needs to get his hands on that unlocks the Entity, and no one knows what the Entity is. But apparently, whatever those 2 keys can unlock is enough to bring the world to its knees and everybody in it. Maybe it's a giant doomsday bomb, again with the bombs, but it's something that everyone will be scared of in the world, to the point where whoever has it, it's going to be too much power for that one person. Some people don't know what to do with that information in this movie, and it brings Ethan Hunt down to his wit's end. He's man, I've done some crazy shit in my day, but nothing compares to this. That's for sure. The action is just better in this movie. And this, yeah, has another Tom Cruise insane stunt. And that's the damn. I wasn't impressed at first about that stunt because I was like, hasn't he done worse shit than that? But like, no, when it was showed in the movie, it was great, and what it led to, super duper great. Like, that's the great stunt right there. Not as great as the Halo jump from the last movie, but this is a close second. Like, that was a great stunt, and the action is just super fantastic. Everything is just like, oh, nail biting tension, man. Key word right there. And Benji, man. Benji, there's a part in this movie where, like, Benji and Ethan are super nervous that they don't mess up this one mission. Because if they mess up that, don't get on that train, and that's it. The mission's done. It's compromised, and everyone's going to die. Reminded me of that funny scene in Superbad where Jonah Hill has to send McLovin into the liquor store to get the beer. If he messes that up, he'll get arrested by the cops. Reminded me of that kind of. Had like a little bit of the same energy. I'm goofing with you. Kind of. You've seen Benji's nervous outburst from the last few movies. This one just got a little more crazier with it, and he actually was getting super duper nervous because he really did not want to mess up that mission, bro. So, guys, that's all I can say in the terms of spoiler free. Do yourself a favor, go watch a kick-ass movie this weekend. And I'm gonna go watch that shit a second time. This movie was that damn great. Give me part 2 now. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning is awesome-licious.
This whole thing is bigger than you, Fogel, so grow a pair of nuts and fucking walk in there and buy the alcohol.
What if I don't feel like it anymore, Seth? What?
Then I'll fucking kill you. Well, then I'll cut your dumb little fucking face off, throw it over mine, and get your ID and buy it my fucking self.